Hello, this is Carrie with Divas, and today we're going to chat about children's books. I have a whole bunch that I grabbed so that I always have some in the house for nieces and nephews, and grandkids to read with, or I just grab them for myself because I love books and I love kids' books. We're going live on Amazon. If you'd like to check out the products, come on over to the address over there. Otherwise, I will see you where you're at. Go ahead and drop a note in the chat, but I'm more likely to see it over on Amazon because I'm mostly staring at that window. We have about 15 books to chat about today. Let's shop for kids' books. I'm starting off the chat over on Amazon. I'm going to start by mentioning that my ring light is 20% off today on Amazon, dropping it well under $100. I'm using a Logitech Brio 4K webcam. It's on sale 18% off today, $165. Yikes. And a Logitech for Creators Blue Yeti mic that's 31% off today, dropping it down below $100. You're going to see me drinking tea out of my book coffee mug. It's way too hot right now. And if you're curious, it is jasmine green tea. Trying to help my voice out. I'm not sick, but I sound like it. It's that lingering cold that everyone has. This mug is by Lofty Pop. It's dishwasher and microwave safe, and I've been using it about a year. And the label design, has not worn off yet. Yay! It's on sale 16% off today. This beautiful pink backdrop behind me is by Kate. It is fabric. You can wash it, you can iron it, you can steam it. I have done none of those, so it's a little wrinkly. It is 7 feet across, 5 feet tall. It's $35. The first book we're going to chat about today is Through the Fairy Door. It is on sale 15% off today. No one is ever too small, said the fairy. Remember, a tiny acorn can grow into a giant oak. Step through the fairy door to enter an enchanted world. Meet fairies who care for nature and turn the seasons, and discover how change starts with you. I love the gilt on the cover. It's kind of gold and sparkly. We're not going to read the book, but we're going to look through and check out the illustrations. It's by Magic Cat Publishing in New York. The photographs of Lars de von Goor, character artwork by Julia Tomei, and text by Gabby Donnie. Let's shop for kids' books. I'll just read the first page and then we'll look at the pictures. Excuse me, I don't have the best reading voice right now. In a faraway village, there lives a child named Willow who notices the small things. Things like green moss peeping through cracks, the tiny flowers blooming in hidden corners. Okay, here's our first illustration of the book. I'm going to go over to StreamYard to make sure I'm showing this to you. I see a fairy door. And now we're in the woods. And the woods near my house are getting snowed on right now here in Seattle, Washington. And here is pink blossoms like I'm about to have on my neighbor's cherry tree. Those of you just joining us, we're looking through the fairy door. We're not going to look at every page because I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I wanted to show you the gorgeous artwork. And this book is on sale 15% off, dropping it down to $16.99 on Amazon today. Just absolutely stunning illustrations. It looks like they took real photos and then put illustrated children in front of them. And fairies, of course. Because everything needs water to grow, answers the fairy happily. Even bears, asks Willow. Yes, said the fairy, and rabbits too. So it's kind of an unusual picture book, and it's a little bit larger than normal. And it might be a little bit of a relaxing bedtime book, but it is many, many pages long. And by this point, you're like, kid, go to sleep. I mean, I'm not going to pull a Samuel L. Jackson, but you know. So that's your preview of Through the Fairy Door. And the next book that we're going to look at is Rapunzel, not Rapunzel, and the Stinky Tofu. Now, I've been an aunt and a cousin and a mom for decades, and whenever you say the word stinky to a 5, 6, or 7-year-old, they just die laughing on the spot. They think it's the funniest thing ever. So this is written by Ying Cheng Compostine, illustrated by Crystal Kung. You've probably heard the fairy tale about Rapunzel, but did you know that the story actually took place in China and that there was no witch? This is the real story about a strong willed princess who preferred cooking over traditional dancing and embroidery. One day she was so fed up with all the scolding from the adults in court that she locked herself in her tower. At mealtime, she would drop her long braid out the window to let her mother tie a basket of food to her hair. The publisher is Rocky Pond Books. Oh, and her braid is beautiful indeed. Now, I won't read anything else from the book, but let's do the first page. By now, you have probably heard the old fairy tale about Rapunzel. A wicked witch locked a long haired girl in a tower. But did you know that the tale took place in China and that there wasn't actually a witch? Here's the real story. I love the illustrations. They're kind of cartoon anime style. And I have a little collection of food children's books, books about boba, and we're going to look at one of those in a minute. Books about how to make ramen, books about tea and tea parties, books with recipes. So I had to add this to my collection. And it's good for diversity because I didn't want all the books in my library to be about white people. So I like to have other cultures represented in my children's book library and other skin colors and hair colors and everything. It's getting a little scary. What's that smell? A lady in the crowd asked, pinching her nose. It smells like a sweaty ox, said an old man. So if you read this with funny voices, this book is going to be pretty hilarious to children because it's about stinky tofu and it's stinking up the whole palace. I don't want to ruin the ending, but I think I saw a prince. So this is Rapunzel and the Stinky Tofu. And I'd love to know why my nose never itches till I'm on camera with people watching me. Ha! Life is fun. So this book is on sale just 5% off today. It's $17.99 here on Amazon Live. Next, I'm going to try my tea, but it's steaming hot. Let me know which of those two books you preferred. I'm going to check and see if anyone on YouTube is saying hello. No, they are not. Okay, never mind. I'm going to jump over to my personal Facebook where I'm live streaming and make sure my friends are not making fun of me. Sometimes my guy friends like to give me unsolicited comments about my camera settings, lighting, how to do it. And I hate that when it's from someone who doesn't actually live stream. Thanks for the help I didn't ask for. Yes. Okay. Just checking in there. Next, we're going to look at Cinderella with dogs. This will be fun. Okay. Very colorful. This one is 11% off today. It's by Linda Bailey, illustrated by Freya Hartas. And it says, what could be better than a good Cinderella story? I agree. One with dogs, even better. Get ready to meet the most fabulous furry fairy dog mother. Did someone say something about a ball? Oh, this is going to be cute. There's a lot of dogs on the cover. Wow. This is 11% off, $16.95. When Cinderella wishes for a fairy godmother, she's not expecting one that barks. But it turns out having a furry fairy dog mother is more than she could have wished for. After all, there's nothing like a canine companion to get a girl out of the house and her mind off her troubles. Plus, this fairy dog mother makes Cinderella feel extra good by wrapping her up in the coziest of ball gowns. Yes, indeed, dogs do make everything better. And are a reminder that you don't need happily ever after when you have the joy of now. I like that. So this is Cinderella with Dogs. It's by Linda Bailey, illustrated by Freya Hartas. Nancy Paulson Books is the publisher or the imprint. And this came out in 2023. Woo! There's a lot to look at. This would be a good book to read with a baby and say, can you find the... and have them point to things. For example, I see an orange kitty and a grumpy looking stepmother on the wall and two not very nice stepsisters. So I'm not going to read anything else out of the book to be fair to the author and publisher, but let's just read the first page. Poor Cinderella, lonely and sad, was sweeping the ashes from the fireplace. I actually need to do that today because we burned fires all weekend, wood fires, and my fireplace is very ashy. So think of me as Cinderella. Everyone else had gone off to the ball to dance. She had to stay home and work. Poor Cinderella never went anywhere. She never had a single bit of fun, ever. If only I had a fairy godmother, she said. I see a bunch of cats, but so far I do not see a dog. Cat, cat, cat. Ta-da! There's the fairy dog mother who's wearing a tutu and chasing cats and squirrels in the yard. And Cinderella's chasing the dog mother. Okay. At some point, Cinderella's going to need to get a fancy dress because that is the best part of every Cinderella book. Okay, she got one. It looks like an old dog blanket. Yes, I think it is. Okay, they're making it look fancy. I love the whimsical furniture. Look at that lamp. Very colorful illustrations. Very realistic. There's a cat scratching the wood on the door frame. That would actually happen in real life, for sure. Ooh, a night scene. Cinderella's about to go to the party. I don't want to wreck the whole book for you. Cinderella was very fond of running. She's howling. It's a full moon, and Cinderella's joining in all the way to the palace. And she gets there and someone faints. This is cute. All right. So, not going to ruin the story, but there is a prince, and he's helping Cinderella with something. That is Cinderella with dogs. It looks hilarious. I can't wait to read it to an actual kiddo. It is 11% off today on Amazon Live. Now, if you came into this live stream late and you want to see the other books I looked at, you can replay it. You can watch it at the Cookbook Divas Shops channel on YouTube, and you can look at it on Amazon.com/live/cookbookdivas. You can see all of our past live streams. Next up, I have another Cinderella book. I do tend to collect them, to be honest. Where is it? Cinderella. Uh-oh. Where did it go? Cinderella and the... Ah, there it is, right in front of me. Cinderella and the Wrong Fairy Tale. What's this one about? What happens when Cinderella meets the 7 dwarfs on the night of the royal ball? In the middle of sweeping, dusting, and tidying the house, Cinderella is surprised by 7 visitors with amazing needlework and hairdressing skills. She can go to the ball, but, and there's always a but, isn't there? Or we wouldn't have a plot. Soon, Cinderella finds herself running away from the palace and losing one of the dwarfs' boots in the process. Can the new friends save the day? This is going to be cute. All right, I'm just checking out what's going on over on Amazon, and I'm going to click on this book, and it came out in 2022. It's for reading age 4 to 8 years, print length 32 pages, and it's by Kane Miller Books and EDC Publishing. Let's take a look inside. I like her green dress. Very cute so far. The Wrong Fairy Tale by Tracy Turner and Summer McCon. Okay, this is kind of like a little cartoon style. And once upon a time in the land of fairy tales, the 7 dwarves were on their way home after a hard day's work in the gold mine when... What's that noise? Said Curious. Let's go and investigate, suggested Helpful. Someone might be in trouble. Bang, crash, arg! So now we'll just look at a few of the pages. Cinderella has very messy hair. You know, it happens. Ellen, we're looking through children's books today, and I'm glad to see you. And I haven't seen Richard in a few days. Those of you that are watching us on Facebook and YouTube, I'm over on Amazon chatting with Alan DeBay, a hilarious comic and storyteller. And I'm wondering where our friend Richard is, who usually comes into live streams and says hello. Haven't seen him. Hope he's not sick. So this is the Wrong Fairy Tale, Cinderella and the 7 Dwarfs. She's making a mess trying to do their dishes. She's not so good at the housekeeping, and I noticed that one of the dwarfs is a girl. A couple of the dwarves are girls. Cinderella sighed. Oh, you have to wear a ball gown, and I don't have one of those. Plus, she muttered quietly, technically, I don't have an invitation. Well, apparently she gets to go. I don't know where they came up with this green dress because I haven't read this yet, but let's skip ahead You're in the wrong fairy tale. See, that would be fun to read really loudly to a kid that's really into the book. Never try to schedule anything on Carrie's weekends. They are always completely booked. Ha ha. I think you're making a book joke. I do read lots of books on weekends. So here's the ball. The prince is falling in love with Cinderella, of course. A palace guard is trying to stop them. She's losing the dwarf's boot that she was wearing, and the dwarf had a pink boot. She's running in the way in the mine shaft. She's back in the forest, etc. I'm not going to ruin the ending, but there's a prince bringing a boot looking for her. So this is hilarious, and it's actually really high quality paper, and this is a nice book. Cinderella and the Seven Dwarfs. It is not on sale today, unfortunately. You're just going to have to buy the whole book the way it is. I wonder if Alan is ever going to join us in the Amazon live streaming journey. We know you got camera equipment and camera skills. Next, we're going to look through The Story of a Book. And I think I accidentally just ordered this from the library because I forgot that I owned it. Oops. It is by Joy McCullough, or McCullough. Don't know how to pronounce that. By the way, Alan, it's snowing out my window today. Alan doesn't know if he'll live stream or not. I know. My lighting is a little tricky because it's been sunny, cloudy, snowy. And so I had my lighting set for sunny, and now it's a little pinky stinky. Oh, it's better if I put the book back here. This is The Story of a Book. Illustrations by Devin Holsworth. What is this about? Oh, here's the back. It says, a new book is fresh ink on crisp pages, never opened. The words inside just waiting to be read. Sometimes, oh, the perfect reader, let's say it's you, drinks in the words, and together they make a special kind of magic. Magic that's sweeter when you share it. The Story of a Book. It's on sale, 14% off today. It's dedicated to the author's dad who loves books as much as I do. Fresh ink on crisp pages never opened, the words inside just waiting to be read. Someone picks it up, but they are not the reader for this book. That happens. But sometimes, magic that transports you to a brighter place. This is a lovely book. It would be perfect for bedtime. You would read it in a quiet voice. Magic that's sweeter when you share it. And for those of us that are book nerds that want our kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews to grow up to have a love of reading, it helps to read books where people are talking about how much they enjoy books. I mean, you don't want to hit people over the head with it. You should be a reader, because then they're like, blah. But how beautiful is this book? I'm so glad I own it, and I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to keep it for me. It's The Story of a Book. I'm very impressed. It's 14% off today on Amazon, dropping it down to $16.36 today. And it's very diverse. I love that there's different skin colors on the children in the book. Let me hydrate a little bit. My voice sounds horrible, but I'm not sick. I've just had the stupid cold for months like everyone else has. I even saw Jesse struggling to talk in his live stream too. He was doing good. The next book is another food-oriented book for my collection of food books. It is I Love Boba. It's on the bottom. I actually don't love boba. I don't like the taste of tapioca. And I'm kind of concerned that it involves gelatin, which means it's not vegetarian. I think I'm right about that. Alan's YouTube views might hit 600K lifetime views this week. Oh, cool. Some of those views are mine. I'll go look and check and see if I can help out and see what you're doing. This is I Love Boba by Katrina Liu, illustrated by Didit Prayoga, or Didit Prayoga. Do you love boba? Boba, pearl milk, or bubble tea? Whichever way you name it, it's delicious. You'll see. This story is an ode to bubble tea. The first of its kind, this adorable rhyming book celebrates a very special drink, boba. Rome is here. Hello, Rome. Do you like boba tea? I do not. It's too sweet, and I'm suspicious it's not vegetarian, and I don't like tapioca. Your son loves boba. My cousin Katie, who runs Dark Side of the Library and works here with me on Cookbook Divas, is addicted to boba. She goes every day, I think. It's not for you. I know. It's so sweet. I like tea, and I'm drinking tea right now, but it's basically a tea bag with jasmine and hot water in a cup, and I'm happy. Like, yeah. I should have put honey in to help my voice out, though. Ugh. And I get to go to an wine industry social tonight, sounding like this. Ugh. Oh, well. Do you dream about boba? With the bubble tea craze happening worldwide, it's hard to believe that there isn't a children's book out there that celebrates this spectacular drink. And Rome, I bet you're streaming tonight. You want to drop your time and your link in the comments, please? That way people can find you and hear about your laser pecker, your tech, your microphones, your cameras, and I'm forgetting something. Let's go and get some boba, a drink Taiwan created. So this is going to be an educational book for kids. It's loved by many people and widely celebrated. Hey, we're in Hawaii suddenly. But do you call it boba, pearl milk, or bubble tea? I call it boba. It's delicious, you'll see. Okay, I can't read the whole book, but notice that there's only one sentence per page, so this is good for reading to 2, 3, and 4-year-olds. It is a nice book. You'll need to use a fat straw. They'll clog in one that's skinny. Cute pictures. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but here's a boba judging table. So this is I Love Boba. It's on sale today, 11% off, dropping it down to $16.99. A nice gift book for kiddos that like boba or who you suspect are going to love it once they try it. My next book is, I bought it just based on the cover because this person kind of reminded me of Willy Wonka. And I was like, oh, how cute. So I just grabbed it. I don't know anything about it. The You Kind. It's 80% off. Is that the Kindle or the hardcover version that's 80% off? That seems like a lot. It's the hardcover. It's $3.83. Wow. Alan over on Amazon Live says, the squishy pearls are gelatin-free and are usually made of tapioca starch, which is extracted from cassava root. Oh, nice. So it looks like it's not made with milk. Boba tea is vegan. Nice. Good to know. Thank you, Alan. This is the You Kind by Nina West, illustrations by Hayden Evans. And it says, in this heartfelt and joyous story, little Nina embarks on a boisterous day of exploration, a colorful day where she sets out to find, well, kind. With a backpack full of her favorite things, Nina guides readers through the neighborhood to identify kindness in the wild. Along the way, she shines a light on the importance of loving yourself as well as others, and reveals that sharing your unique form of kindness, the You Kind, is the most wonderful gift of all. Nice. So it looks very colorful. The publisher is Princeton Architectural Press. Good morning, it says. Today is a wonderfuzzle day because you are here. It's going to be magic. Okay. I am someone who doesn't wake up grouchy in the morning, but I wake up like, okay, and then I have to have a whole bunch of caffeine. I don't really want to talk to anybody. So, of course, my younger brother growing up was this kind of person. Wake up, woohoo, it's a great day, and super cheerful. I wanted to kill him. It's lucky he's alive. This is also a big day because you're about to go on a fun-filled adventure with me. Your new best friend. Let's go big. Was-tastic. Yeah, Okay, focus. The time has come for you to look for kindness in the wild. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? This person's kind of like Anne of Green Gables. They talk all the time. So they're brushing their teeth, getting ready to go out, getting dressed in something crazy, having lots of fun, etc. There's a lot of reading on the pages, so probably a 2, 3, 4-year-old is not going to be able to sit still for this. So I would target this at an older 4, 5, 6-year-old. And a 7, 8-year-old could probably read this to themselves, depending on their reading levels. This is superbluous. They're having lots of adventures. It's our time to shine. Ready, set, go big. So we're halfway through the book. We haven't even left the house yet. Whoa! Look how colorful the outside world is. Alan says, my granddad claims he glued himself to his autobiography. I don't believe him, but that is story and he's sticking to it. Alan, seriously, you got me. Ha ha, you got me. I'm going to mute you. No, just kidding. Stop in your hoof tracks. So lots of adventures are happening, super colorful, but a lot of reading. This is not a bedtime book. It's not going to make the kids sleepy. It's going to energize them. So no. Oh, golly, Neds, I knew that we would journey to many places today, etc. The adventure is getting a little dark. Be kind! The overarching message of the book. I'm glad I bought this. I don't know why it's on sale so much. $3.83 seems like an incredible bargain. That would have been a bad book, but this is a good book. How many pages? Well, if you must make me look, let's see. It doesn't have page numbers, so I have to look it up on the Amazon listing, which I'm happy to do for you. It is 32 pages. So there. Next, we're going to look at The Perfect Sushi, another food book. I'm getting hungry. This is words by Emily Satoko Seo, art by Mika Moriuchi, if I said that right. Gigi shapes the sushi rice. Fwa, fwa, fwa. Miko squeezes the sushi rice. Gyu, gyu, gyu. The Perfect Sushi. It's by Barefoot Books. I love this publisher. They have really cute kids' books. Miko likes everything to be perfect. She always paints inside the lines and writes each character neatly and carefully. Well, that is not me. I'm messy and I have terrible handwriting. For her grandmother's birthday party, Miko wants to make her the perfect sushi. Bobby adores sushi. I want to point out this is a paperback book. I bought it anyway, but I prefer hardbacks because they're sturdier when I know my granddaughter's going to be grabbing this and looking at it with grubby little hands. So this will be her book. Vegan Alan says, what do you call a watermelon smashed on the side of the road? Vegan roadkill. Ha ha. So she's trying to make sushi. And then she has to have some help from her grandfather. And it's okay to ask for help. And she's staring at it. Something doesn't seem right. She takes some rice. You, fwa, you. And forms the nigiri. Koro, koro, kuru. She's struggling. That one was just for you. Thank you, Alan. And she steams up like a rice cooker and yanks off her hachimaki. She's getting frustrated. So this book is teaching us how to keep going, even though we're mad and frustrated. And she finally makes the perfect sushi. I just ruined the ending. But this is cute, and it could have a good little lesson in there. So this is $16.99, which is a bit much for a paperback book. I might wait till it's on sale and then buy it, because this really should be a hardcover at that price point. And it's not on sale. Oh, well, it's cute. The Perfect Sushi by Emily Satoko Seo. Art by Mika Moriuchi. We have about 5 more books left to look through. As long as my voice holds up, let me take some more tea, and I'm going to check my StreamYard for comments on YouTube. There are none. I am streaming to my new channel over on YouTube. It's called Cookbook Divas Shops. You can find us there too. And there will be some affiliate links that lead you back to Amazon. Next, I love books about secret libraries. So I had to buy this one, and it's another paperback that's not a hardcover. And it's also not on sale. Oh, but it's only $9.99, a much better price point for a paperback book. This is also by Barefoot Books, and apparently they like paperbacks. Okay. This is written by Wafa Tarnowska, illustrated by Vali Mincy. Can books bring a new dawn for the people of Syria? Let's find out. When war reaches their city, Noor and Amir's plans for a secret society are ruined, and they find a new secret to share. And here's the library. So this is kind of a mature theme. You're not going to read this to a 3, 4, 5-year-old. This is better for 8, 9, 10-year-olds. You were just my 26th subscriber. Oh, thank you, Alan. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that channel. It mostly has to be shorts. So I have a whole bunch of shorts, like 400 product shoppable videos on my phone. But since my voice has been horrible, I haven't recorded voiceovers, so I can't upload them. So I'm like, okay. So thanks for the subscribe. I'm not sure what I'm going to be putting on there until my voice gets back. There was a girl named Noor who lived in the city of Damascus, which was described by those who loved it as the fragrant place. Or my kitchen after I make chili 2 hours later. That was for you, Alan. Apricot and cherry orchards surrounded it like a sweet scented belt, while rose perfume filled its streets. But one day, the city began to lose its fragrance because war was knocking at its gates with its smelly tanks and noisy guns. Noor's name means light in Arabic. It was indeed perfect for a girl whose face was as round as the moon, whose eyes were as bright as stars, and who brought joy to everyone she knew. It sounds like they're describing someone else, too. Beautiful artwork in this book. It's a little bit somber. We're going to learn a lot about Syria and Damascus. And I'd like to get to the library part because I love books. Oh, I think they're hiding from bombs. They're hiding in their basements during the fighting. So this is a sad book. I'm not going to read it to just anybody, but we don't want to hide from what goes on in the world either. And maybe because they build a library, there'll be a joyful ending. I'm not sure, but they're putting furniture downstairs. And books. There's a library. Hope your voice is better soon. I know, me too. Thank you. It's been 7 weeks. I'm like, and I don't want to use AI voice on my videos. And Amazon just sent us that email that's like, don't use AI. So I'm like, good thing I didn't. And I didn't want to hire someone to come talk for me because these are my videos. So they have info about Syria, a glossary, 8 famous libraries of the Middle East. So it's an educational book, and you might actually want this for your classroom if you're a teacher. It's $9.99. It's Noor's Secret Library by Wafa Tarnowska, illustrated by Vali Mincy. Next, Easter is coming. It is Sunday, March 31st. And so I have Sticker Dolly Dressing Easter. And I'm hoping to play with it with my granddaughter, who's 3. And so she's going to tear up most of the stickers, but I don't care. Boy, I've got to fix my lighting. It is not happy. It's not supposed to be auto-adjusting. I have that setting turned off. I'm like, don't adjust. It's adjusting anyway. Usborne, a Sticker Dolly Dressing Easter. You have chapters called Fluffy Chicks, Easter Egg Hunt, Busy Baking, Countryside Walk, Hungry Lambs, Decorating Eggs, etc. And it looks like we have some boys for a change. It's not just girls. Here's the paper doll clothing at the back. Nice. Really thick paper, and you can restick the stickers. If you're careful, you can put them on and then pull them off with your fingernail if you don't like where you put them. And my granddaughter is very bossy. She wants the stickers on certain pages and then will be really mad if you put them on another one. Well, excuse me. So we're looking through the stickers at the back. Lots of clothing. It's better than paper dolls. Because paper doll books really don't come with enough outfits. Okay, the kids are all in their underwear. There's a kid in a wheelchair. You're going to have to dress the kiddos with their paper doll clothing. Weekend market. This is very colorful. So there's boys and girls, all sorts of different diverse skin colors and cultures. Love it. There's the one that looked like me when I was a little girl, except I had worse posture and blonder hair. I don't know what happened. And this looks like my sister. And Hungry Lambs. So you have cute animals too. This is Sticker Dolly Dressing Easter. And it is $9.99. This is great for airplane rides, car trips. It keeps kids very, very busy for at least 20 minutes, which is, I will take it. If they are not asking, are we there yet? We have just a couple more books left. We're going to do Love in the Library next. It's on sale, 32% off. Love in the Library by Maggie Tokuda Hall, illustrated by Yas Imamura. Why do I see barbed wire? Yikes. Is this another serious book? I think it is. Tama works in the library at the Minidoka incarceration camp where she's been imprisoned because she's Japanese American. Okay. It is a history picture book. It's going to be a little glum. So I would probably read this to an 8, 9, 10-year-old when you're ready to talk about what happened and the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II. I'm glad I could show you the illustrations. They're beautiful. And I'm glad that they had a library available. But then there was also George. George and his big smile were constant. And the books were constant company, which was nice. Tama loved books. Caught in their pages were worlds bursting with color and light, love and fairness. And they're playing outside. Oh, I think they're falling in love. I don't want to ruin the ending. It's Love in the Library. It is 32% off today. And our final book today is The Tiny Baker. And I really hope that's not a cockroach on the front. I'm really hoping it's not. We're about to find out. I'm a little scared. This says, The Tiny Baker offers sweets, a chalkboard list of daily treats. But kitchen chaos brings distress. Can all her friends sort out the mess? I like the end cap. I see butterflies, snails, and a ladybug. I think it's an insect book. Now, this is by Barefoot Books too, but it's hardcover. Yay, I like that a lot better, and I'm willing to pay more for it. This is on sale today, 25% off, dropping it down to $13.49. The Tiny Baker offers sweets, a chalkboard list of daily treats, puff pastry, custard, caramel, caramel, to tempt her tea room's clientele. I guess she's not a cockroach. I love the costumes. Teal is my favorite color. I'm loving this so far. Her customers line up in rows. Antenna wave well-bred hellos. They're always elegantly dressed. Silk gowns or trousers neatly pressed. So it's a rhyming book, as you can tell. If you don't like bugs, you're not going to want to buy this and look through it. You'd be screaming right now. Alan has to run to a meeting. Have a great night. You too. See you next time, Alan. But in the kitchen, trouble brews. A fragrant breeze brings flighty news. The urgent call to swarm away. Prepare for takeoff. No delay. Okay, it's ladybugs, not cockroaches. Thank goodness. So everyone's freaking out. They're flying. Wow. That's her customers. Wait, come back. A sudden noise. Ba 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 boom. Reverberates around the room. The ice cream maker has exploded. As some might say, it a la moded. Oh, I can't believe Alan just missed that pun. So this gives you an overview of the Tiny Baker. It's very cute, and now I'm hungry for beautiful desserts like that. And it's 25% off today on Amazon, dropping it down to $13.49. So if you have any questions about these books, now is your chance to ask them. Otherwise, I am going to take off and reset my studio and possibly talk about kids' toys or women's chicklet books. Oh, there's so many things I could talk about today since my voice seems to be holding up. We shall see. I might come on back in. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Toys! Did you see my Star Wars stream? Oh, my Star Wars toys are fun, and I'm probably going to buy more.